So I need to apologize first for the verticalness. As you'll see in a blooper that hopefully Jenna puts in this, I was outside of my car. I was in a parking lot. So as I was in the middle of filming, I was asked to leave by our parking lot security, because apparently I was a distraction, even though it's an empty parking lot. So I'm in my car, I've moved. So yeah, that's my life. Hi, I'm Samara Bolden. I am your last alumni video, which is very exciting because I've always got to be the last, got to be the fan fave. Why me? This is fine. We're gonna have a great little conversation. It'll be great. Just enjoy this like side view of me because my phone won't fit anywhere else in my car. So yes, I am Samara. I am a 2020 biology graduate with a minor in psychology and English literature. I am a matriarch / member of the mafia. We love you guys. I know some of y'all are probably in a back corner just being like, oh, what does she have to say now? Love y'all. Y'all are great. So yeah, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit about what I did in APO, what I'm doing now, what I hope to be doing, give you guys some advice. It'll be great. So I rushed 2018 spring semester. Yes, it was the spring semester of my first junior year. I'm a nice 5th year senior. We love it. I joined APO because my roommate was in APO at the time, and she basically threatened me as a joke, saying that if I didn't join APO, then she would make our rooming situation a living hell, and I didn't have time for that. But I loved her. She's not here anymore. She graduated before I did and everything, but we love her. So yeah, I absolutely, I'm like not even in the screen. Okay, so when I was in APO, I didn't hold a lot of like official positions. I held ritualist right after joining, which was fun. I'm the reason there's like some nice boxes, hopefully, if those are still here. And then I just held a bunch of like unofficial positions. I held basically the unofficial representative of Buddy Break, because I went every single time. Even when we were out of school, I was pretty much at Buddy Break. I loved it, loved my kid, had a grand old time. If you haven't done Buddy Break and they're still doing it, even with the pandemic, you need to go. Like I still talk with him. I talk to his mom specifically, which is great. He's doing great, if anybody wanted to know. So yeah, I had a great 2.5 years basically in APO. Honestly, the highlight of my college career. There were definitely, I mean, it comes with any fraternity sorority. There were always issues, not always issues, but you know, there were issues like any other group, but I have more happy memories with my friends and with my family, with everything, than I do any form of a bad memory. So yeah, I graduated in 2020. I went home for Easter break and, oh no, I went home for spring break, and I just never came back to campus because of the panini. So to my seniors, my biggest advice right now, just enjoy it. I know you guys just did formal. I know there was Onyx, and I know this chapter meeting, I know a bunch of you is not going to want to go because it's like, oh, it's the last one. It's going to take forever. Please go. As terrible as sometimes these chapter meetings, not the chapter meetings, the voting meetings can be, they're kind of like your lasting effort to like really dictate like who is going to be in charge of the chapter after you leave. So don't like give up on the chapter just because you're leaving. Like, this should be your last little hurrah because you're leaving. So yeah, there's that little advice for seniors, little tidbit. So with me graduating, I took some time off of school because I originally had planned just to do med school straight out. You know, I was going to start applications and everything, take a semester off, a year off. But then the panorama happened, and you know, that just was not a viable option anymore. I got my EMT license, I got my phlebotomy certification, I got an EKG technician certification. I got the whole shebang because I really wanted to like just up myself and be like, you know, during this whole pandemonium, I didn't stop learning. I still made an effort into like furthering my education and everything, even if it wasn't school based. So right after that, I got a job as a junior school nurse basically. And I've worked in a bunch of different local schools and everything. I work for my county's public health. So you're looking at a cute little government employee up in here. Excuse me. I currently have like a month and a half left in my contract because I'm contractually based every year within the school year. So I'm coming up on the end, and I'm hoping to get some more medical based, like hospital based jobs, like an anesthesiologist aide, sterilizing tech, phlebotomist, something like that, just to kind of get my foot in the door. I've also been working part-time at my mom's restaurant, which is Sweet Taters. It's in where I live. It's in Conover. And I know like 4 of you guys in this entire chapter know what I'm talking about. Represent. So yeah, that's me. That's kind of what I've been doing. We've been having a grand old time. My little fun little tidbits, my Samara snacks, if you will. For the new ones, please, my biggest advice to any kind of APO brother, anybody that I can give, APO pledge, APO possible pledge, APO brother, APO alum, is like, APO is what you get out of it. Like, it is what you put in is what you're going to get out. If you're doing the bare minimum, if you're not really, talking to people, if you're not hanging out, or, if you're really only hanging out with 1 or 2 people, like, then APO is not going to be as enjoyable for you as if you hung out with a lot of people and you did a lot of, like, a wide variety of service, and you really put a lot of effort into, like, going to fellowship, going to service, going to meetings, like leadership committees and everything like that. It is what you make it. Like, APO is not just going to be fun right off the bat. Like, you're going to have fun if you make it fun, There's just a lot of ums. I don't do a script. I just did this outside and I have no idea. I've already blacked that out because it was So yeah, I mean, just honestly, like, the biggest advice I can give to literally any of you guys is just enjoy it. As I stated before, these are some of the best memories I had. Like, I consistently talk to a lot of my APO brothers that have graduated, that are still there. I still talk to a bunch of alumni that I hung out with. I recently went to my roommate's wedding, who got me into APO, and she had a bunch of APO people there. And it's just like, it's a really nice connection that you'll always kind of have in any form. Like, what some of y'all new people don't realize is that Musi works, you guys. There was at one point, we had Maryland chapter come down. They were like, yeah, we do like 20 hours, maybe. And a lot of that's kind of forgiven. And, we'll do some big things, but like, that's about it. And they were like, chapter meetings are like once every 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Musi's over here, we're sweating in this Habitat for Humanity thing. People are leaving to do service, coming back from service to do this habitat. We're eating at, where do we eat? We ate at Barb's with this Maryland group, and they're just like, yeah. And so we were like, oh, somebody had said something, and we were like, oh, yes, we agree. And Maryland looked at us like we were crazy. So just know that the effort that you're putting in is going to make a difference, not only in the people's lives that you're helping, but also in a bunch of different connections. Like, currently right now, like, I have a ridiculous amount of APO connections all up and down this East Coast. And that's even, I've got some like that are currently overseas. I've got some that were in California. Like, you'll never know where APO will take you until you put that effort in to find out where your connections are. So that's me. If any of the new ones ever need any advice on anything, if anybody's running for ritualist, or just need some advice on something, please hit me up. There is probably 20 current, maybe 30 brothers that have my phone number in some aspect of Snapchat. Just hit me up. I love you guys. I love you, Mafia. Y'all are killing it. Do not, this is me to the boys, I'm gonna call you guys out. Having a girl in the group is not a terrible idea. We're not in China. This is not a one girl policy. Enjoy the girls you have. If they vibe, they vibe. We love it. Other families, y'all are great. Whatever. Mafia's the best. But I love you guys. I miss every single one of the ones that I know. I really hope that the new ones are enjoying everything, because it's honestly, you guys have joined like a huge family, and I don't think a lot of you guys have quite realized that yet. Like, I knew I joined something special, but I didn't realize it until I had left. So just be watchful. Just really know what you're joining is going to make a difference in your life and everybody else's life. So that's all I have to say. And I hope you guys have, like, I can't wait to see you guys at graduation. I'm going to cry. You guys are going to cry. It's going to be great. Enjoy your last little circle, because I don't remember if you do the circling up at chapter voting. So if you do, enjoy your last one until graduation. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye. This is stupid. I should have just done a letter. Why? This is fine. This will go in the bloopers. I'm so